Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and an intriguing looking puzzle today with so little in it, as so often on the channel. Now, don't forget that on Patreon we have our brilliant snake sudoku pack, the cryptic scriptures of the Secret Snake Society, curated by Dying Flutchman. It's really good. Do check it out. Have a go at it and try and get it in by the 20th. It's excellent work. What else have we got going on around the channel? We've got, that's going to have to be muted because that's going to be a lot of messages pinging off at the same time. Okay. We've got all our apps, we've got our merchandise. Do check them all out on the links under the video, along with the Discord server and everything else connected with the channel. Yeah, and the first link under this video is to this puzzle called Abstract Nonsense by Oddly Even, who actually featured on the channel recently, but apparently this is very good, so I'm going to give it a go. And the rules are these. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That's 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3x3 box. Digits in cages do not repeat, and sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage if given. It is not often given here. Cells that are a chess knight's move apart cannot contain the same digit. That's it. That's all we get. 4 cages, I think it is, with numbers in. That is tricky. Yeah, do give it a try if you fancy it. I'm going to start now, just see how I get on. Let's get cracking. So, I have a feeling that the big cages are all 9 cells. Let's just check that out. That's 9. That's 9. That's 9. That's 9. That is definitely 9. And that's quite an interesting shape. Oh, this one as well. 3, 5. Yep. Okay, so there are 6 big cages of 9 cells each, as well as the 3 little ones. I think this is going to be a colouring puzzle. Right, so those 6 big cages could easily have been given their totals, because we know the total's always 45, because that is the secret. The digits 1 to 9, which appear in every row, column and box, and every 9-cell cage, if there's a rule that digits can't repeat, must add up to 45. Now, how can we can't really use the numbers at the moment. I think we're going to have to use colours. We're going to have to find right, where does this cell go in this shape? That's a valid question. Let's make it yellow. In this shape, it sees all of those cells, but it must be in the shape because the shape is 9 big, so it goes there. These 2 must be in the top 3. That's not so helpful. Maybe all of these shapes have some digit that's hard to fit in. This one, for instance. No, it only sees those. These 2 cells, by the law of leftovers, must be the same as those 2, because again you can take 2 sets of 9, one of which is column 9, one of which is this shape, and once you eliminate those 7, you either get those 2 or those 2, so they must be the same. Yeah, here, this cell is even better. This, it's not better, it's exactly the same as that one. This one sees all of those cells in this 9-cell cage, so it must go in one of those 2. This one sees all of those and those and those, so it must go in one of those. I don't know, this looks very haphazard, doesn't it? I'm not really getting very far. But I have a feeling that this is how we've got to go about this puzzle, is finding out bits and bobs like that. I mean, obviously I know that 7 contains 1, 2, 4 here, but I don't see the point in actually sketching that in yet. I know, it's very odd for pencil mark not to want to pencil mark cells immediately, but I think we've got a lot more work to do with colours first here. I don't really, no, I'm not quite getting this. There must be a way of going about this a bit more. Oh, I suppose that red is one of these two cells, isn't it? So that must be up here somewhere as well. Oh, I definitely need to find something that's a bit more powerful than what I'm coming up with at the moment. It's tricky though. It's tricky. I mean, this looks like the most interesting shape in a way. Yeah, actually, phew. I noted that those two have to be in these three, but actually I should have thought about these three. Where do they go in box 4? They go here. And that means we've got roping. Roping means that the trios in these columns are always going to form the same stripes of digits. I tell you what, I'm going to take out the colouring I've done before and see if the roping is better value. So those 3 cells go in those 3 cells because they can't go here in the same shape, they can't go here in the same column, so they go in those 3. Then in box 7 they go in those. That's going to mean that these 3 cells have to go in those 3 and those 3, and then we'll get a third group there. Now what's that giving me? I also know that this cell goes in there. That was from my earlier deductions. Trouble is, if only these were, the 7 was all of those, then I'd know that blue was 1, 2, 4. That might feel a bit more useful, but I'm not sure that it does. I don't know that that helps me out much. Maybe that's the one, that's the version. Okay, I'm going to start again. I think that may be the version that that I need to remember and sort of use if I can at some point in the future, whereas this version is a bit more potentially powerful. That cell is the other one up here, so that becomes a red-blue pair. Now those 3 are those 3. By the version of the roping, I know that the yellow cell is somewhere up here, but that's not very interesting. It hardly feels worth marking. One of these is yellow, one of these is blue. One of these is red, and also one of these is green. That's slightly interesting, maybe. Wow, I'm not really seeing how to do this. Sorry, I'm just trying to spend some time thinking. Maybe I should just keep quiet while I do it until we can actually spot something useful. is 3. These 4 cells have to be the same as these 4 by the law of leftovers operating on this cage. I feel like I ought to label these cages so I can keep talking about them, but they don't really have particular letter shapes. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's a U cage. Anyway, what is that telling me? This is tricky, isn't it? Green must go in somewhere here. Blue, I suppose, in this shape, which I could call an O shape or an upside down Q, must go in one of those cells. Actually, so must red. It's starting to get a tiny bit interesting. No, red could be here as well, so no, that's less interesting. Yellow in this sort of S-shaped cage goes in one of those positions. Oh, there's a knight's move constraint. Ah, yeah, I'd forgotten this. Ooh, well that's interesting straight away. Yellow is now in one of those 2. Oh, what has the knight's move done for me? Blue is not there. There we go. We've actually got something there. Blue's in one of those. Red can't be here, so it's in one of those 2. Come on. Let's keep going with the old knight's move. Ah, yellow. Because of the roping, that's the group that includes yellow. So this is the group that includes yellow at the bottom, but yellow can't be here or here. One by being in the same cage and one by knight's move. So yellow is there. Okay. The knight's move makes a big difference to this puzzle. And the ineluctable law of mark and chess rules is that I will forget them, and I have already done that. But now, where does blue go in this shape, given the knight's move jobby? That sees all of those cells, so blue goes here. And red? That can't be red. Oh, it could be. No, hang on. No, I don't know. Oh, where's blue in this shape? Trouble is, it could be any of those or there, as far as I can see. Oh, green can't be there. That is just a knight's move away. So one of those 2 is green. Now that means green can't be in those cells because it would see, whichever one of these is green, it would see that. That's not very helpful. Green also can't be in those cells. Ah, in fact, this green sees all of those, which puts green in one of these 3 cells. Okay, at least the puzzle has got a sense that you could maybe get it done. I mean, I think I'm still a long way from understanding how to do it, but maybe a fraction closer at this point. Now, they can't be red. Ooh, where does red go in this big shape? It can't go there either. So red's either sharing one of these or it's down here, which would sort where it is there. Okay, come on. Let's keep plugging away. Maybe there was more to be done with the roping, because like there may be some significant effects. But I don't know. Now, what were the roped areas? That was one of them. Let's just have a quick look at that. Yeah, that's quite interesting, because this cell, row 7, column 3, can't be in the same shape, so that must be there. Let's call it purple. Then it's going to be in one of those two in this chimney cage. Okay, let's have another look at that. Probably not giving me much else. So, what are the others? This was another one. We've got the yellow going out of that. If this was green, we could place green in box 4. Don't know what to do with that. Oh, red. Oh, okay. Purple is not green, but purple could be red. This has to be borne in mind. I've created purple, but I think for the first time, purple could be something else, and purple could be red. So I have to bear that in mind. If so, that will be reddy purple. Yeah, I think all the others are necessarily different, but purple could be red. In fact, I think it plausibly could be. But anyway, now what was the third roped set? It was there, there, and there. And I haven't really looked at this, but it doesn't look quite so helpful. I mean, it includes 2 digits from 1, 2, 4, but that's really not interesting, is it? I don't think so. So I need to find some other blinking cell. Okay, this one. Where does that go in the O-shaped cage? Since it's not blue, it's going to have to go there. So it's not yellow, red, blue, or purple, but it could be green. So orange could be green. That's going to put it in one of these 3 cells. That's not so useful. Now, where does it go in this shape? Not in any of those positions or there. So that orange is in one of those 2. Maybe I just need to focus on this. Where does this go in the O shape? One of those 2. That's not so helpful. Green though, can't be in any of those. Is green definitely different from orange and yellow? No, I think green could be orange. It's definitely different from yellow. So that leaves these places that could be green. Maybe I need to think. I haven't considered this, that the out of bounds cells. No, I mean, there's no point. Sorry, I was thinking about the cells outside the 9 cell cages, but there'll be 4 sets of 1 to 9 in there, and that's too many to play around with. Good Lord, what next? I mean, I've proved that it's quite easy to go on finding these shapes that matter. That's the trouble. So this cell. Or maybe I need to focus on if purple is red. No, it would be better if purple was not red. Maybe I need to try and find a way of ensuring that purple is not red. Because then this would be a purple, green, red set, which feels a bit better, a bit more interesting. No, I don't know. There's no point backing into something. Right, where does this cell go? In the S cage? No, that's not interesting. This one? This one in the S cage has to be either there or there. Oh, I'm still just flim-flamming around trying to get digits in. It's trying to get colours established, and I'm not really managing it at all. Blue. So one of these is blue. Blue in the S shape is in one of those. It's quite interesting because that nearly rules out blue from a lot of digits in the chimney shape on the left. Blue already can't be there, or any of those in this shape. So it's in one of these, and then in the S shape, it's in one of those three. Now, what can coexist there? This cell, row 3, column 3, cannot coexist with any of the available blue cells in the chimney shape. So that's ruled out. So one of these two is blue, and that means these two aren't. That's fascinating. Right, one of those two is blue. One of these two is blue in this shape. Now, come on, can I use that? One of those two is blue, so one of these three is blue. If that was blue, there would be nowhere for blue in box 1. So that's not blue. That's blue. That fixes purple, which is definitely a different colour from blue. Maybe not. Oh, that's very annoying. Oh, bother. Blue. Oh, no, look, they are different. They're both in row 4. Okay, so that is purple. Right, come on now. Let's use this. Let's ride this horse. How? Blue is the roping, so that's in these cells. And then in these cells, blue is not purple. We've learnt that. Ooh, blue is also in one of these three. Now I know that that will mean one of those two is blue, but I'm not sure I can use that. Now is when I need to really keep track on what colours could be the same as other colours. So I think I'm still aware that purple could be green. No, it can't. It can't, because that purple and that green see each other. That's good. Okay, good. Orange, though, could be... Can't be purple, yellow, or blue, or red. It could be green, I suppose. Okay, let's just bear that in mind. Orange could be green. Yeah, that's about all. Right, okay, let's find something else now. This is beginning to sharpen up a little now. What's this? This is not purple, blue, yellow, red, or orange. So it could be green, or it could be something new. It can't be green because it's going to have to go in one of those cells. So it's something new. We will go dark grey. And that's in one of these cells with the blue, and in one of these cells with the blue. I'm tempted to ask where does it go in this S shape, but unfortunately I've only got those ruled out, so it's not actually useful. I don't think this dark grey is worth thinking about much, annoyingly. Green can be orange. This is annoying because otherwise green would definitely be fixed in one of those two in box 5. Right, come on, let's think again. Where yellow had to be in one of those two in that shape. One of those 3 in the box, but not that one. So one of those 2 in the box. What does that mean? Maybe I need to find yellow. Or maybe I need to find colours that I haven't really found in shapes that I haven't studied much. Yes, that's a fair bet. Right, this shape looks a helpful shape. But why? Why do I think that's helpful, and why is it not helping me? Blue. Blue in this shape is going to be in one of those cells. Oh, that's quite interesting. That means that is not blue, so blue is definitely in one of those 2 for the column. Okay, I'll take that. Now, blue's in one of those 3, one of those 2, one of those 2. Ah, but I knew that blue was going to be in one of those 2. Right. Now, that is because I know that blue's in one of these 3 by sudoku. Now, if blue is there or there, this cell is ruled out and blue is there. If blue is here, it's already in row 8. So one of those is definitely blue and that isn't, and this is. And now this isn't. And that isn't blue by the knight's move. So that is, this isn't blue, and we get the grey cell as well. There. Now I'm left with a little 2 by 2, which you can get in these knight's move puzzles. Crumbs, I don't find this easy at all. But that was interesting. That was a decent effort at blue, and we've nearly got all the blues placed in the puzzle. I don't think anything else reaches those remaining positions by knight's move. So, has that filled up any shape? Oh no, look, blue's in this shape. That shape is part of the same thing. Right, so we have got all the blues finished now. Hurrah! Gosh, that's weird, isn't it? So we've placed all of purple, grey, blue and yellow in this shape. What's everything else in it? Must be an orange in one of those positions. No other colour really reaches across the grid at that shape, annoyingly. Now, come on then. Oh, I've done blue. Red. Red. Any use red? Red can't be there. Oh, red. Oh, yes, still, yes, the problem is that red can still be purple. That is my problem. Otherwise, I could put red in here with green, and that would restrict this cell a bit, but it's asking a lot, isn't it? What about the roping then? Those three, and those three, and those three. No, I don't see what that's doing for me. Now, none of these can be orange. So, is orange in there? It's not red. It would be an extra colour if it is in those positions. And in this box, orange is in one of those three. These three, one of these three is quite constrained. Ooh, one of these four. Ah, that's interesting because they all see this cell, so that's ruled out. Okay, but I have to remember that orange could be green at the moment. And that stops this working. Okay, the interesting thing I thought I'd seen there was that if orange is one of those, that can't be orange, and then orange is therefore in these cells. So that's only not necessarily true if orange is the same as green. Can I disprove that? If orange and green were the same, then orange and green would be going in all of these areas. I don't know what you call a mixture of orange and green. They're probably opposites on the colour wheel, so they don't really have one. Now, some of these couldn't live together, surely. Oh, I don't know. It's not. It's close to being ruled out. I can't rule out that orange is the same as green, I'm afraid, at the moment. I wish I could. Right, green can't be in those cells. So green is definitely up here somewhere in the S shape. But it can be orange. And maybe I can take yellow further now. Yellow can't be in any of those, so yellow must be in one of these three. Okay, let's mark that. It can't be in that one, which is already in a shape with a yellow in it. That's quite good. Okay, so we've got yellow in one of those. Yellow in column 5 has to be in one of those. Yellow in column 3 has to be in one of those. That's an X-wing on yellows. That's weird. And this can't be yellow because one of those two is yellow. So that's yellow. That is hard. Right, now what? Now, this shape can't have yellow in those cells. The only cells it could have yellow in are these two. Come on, yellow. Ah, yellow in this row is in one of those two. So it can't be here. Ah, so all of those are still possible for yellow. Am I missing a shape? Have I got to get it into some shape that I haven't got it into yet? No, this covers them all. Bother! So I've run out of steam on yellow. That's intensely irritating. Okay, come on, think again then. If that was red. No, never mind that. X-wing on yellow. I mean, that's the ridiculous sort of thing you get in this sort of puzzle, an X-wing on yellow. Right. Purple hasn't gone anywhere for ages. But purple isn't blue or green. So it's in one of these three cells. And it's in one. Now, where is it in box 5? It's not there. It's not there because that's a shape that's already got purple. It's not there or there by Knight's move. It's not there because that's blue. So purple is in one of these two cells. Ooh, which are in very different shapes. Now, purple is therefore in one of these 4, not that one by Knight's move. One of those 3, I'm going to mark it. And purple is now, purple isn't green or blue. Yes, purple is in one of these with red. Ooh. Or is purple red? Is purple red? You beast, purple. You might be red. Oh, well, this isn't purple, so I don't know if purple is red. That's really annoying. But that's not purple by Knight's move from there. So this actually is purple. So well, trouble is, that is purple, but I don't know if purple is red. So I'm leaving that unchecked. These aren't purple. That is definitely purple. Now this shape needs purple. And it's got to be there. Not there. Purple could still be red if that's red. Let's keep going with purple. Purple is in one of those two cells. And it's, oh, well, it's there or there because it could be red. But it does need to be in this shape. Okay, the X-wing that I've just established will do that. But that is an X-wing. And again, this can't be purple. So purple is red. Purple in column 8 has to be there. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. Right, red is purple, so we'll get rid of red. And just leave it being purple. Now it can't be here, red, because we've got this X-wing on purples. So let's get rid of the red out of those cells. There we go. So we've got a purple, it's not, oh, well, I'll grey those. So it's a purple X-wing between those cells. I don't know what that's doing, remaining grey. Okay, so we've got a yellow X-wing at the top and a purple X-wing on the right. Well, it's progress. It's progress. It's gradual. It's step by step. It's inch by inch. But it is something. Okay, if that was yellow, that would force these two to be yellow. And they would be touching each other by Knight's moves. And indeed, this cage wouldn't have any yellow. So that's not yellow. Should never have marked it as such. Now, orange can still be green. This is the problem with orange. Orange is not very helpful. But we're down to some other colour. I haven't tried to use grey, have I? Purple, blue, yellow and grey and green have been sort of enclosed in this cage, which must have 3 other digits or colours. in. It's going to be a shape now, isn't it? I've got to think about some shape and how it's going to get its complement. Is it this shape or is it this tall one here? Blue, yellow, green, purple. Where does this dark grey go in this? Well, not in those cells, not in purple or blue because it's different from those, and not there. But that does still leave a little variety of possible cells for grey. Oh, look at column 4 and dark grey. That's quite interesting. It can't be in those cells because they all see that one. It's not there. It can't be there because of that. And that's in the same shape as those two. And it can't be there. So I can actually place dark grey in column 4. Weird. And that's in this shape. So it, oh sorry, that should have been grey. So it can't be here. So this is dark grey and is not yellow. So that does my yellow X or remaining positions anyway. That becomes yellow, that doesn't, that becomes yellow, that becomes not yellow, this becomes yellow, and therefore this becomes purple. It fixes that X-wing as well. That becomes purple, that becomes nothing. Wow. Okay, well that's tidied up some stuff. Thank you, grey. I probably dissed you a bit earlier. I think I can place grey in this box now as well. Can't be there or there by Knight's move. We've done it in this shape already, so it's got to be here. Now, I'm left with one of those two for grey. This might get sorted out quickly. Grey is here in row 6. Then it's in one of those two. Am I really left with an X-wing again? Oh, I am. Thought I'd cleared up my X-wings. I've cleared them up in columns 7 and 9, but I've got 2 now in rows 1 and 3 instead. Yeah, I don't think they're resolved. Okay, but that was good. Thank you, grey. Now, green. Oh, remember, green can be orange. Rats. Come on, let's keep thinking. I can't be using the cage numbers, can I? That's not going to help at this stage. I don't think so. I mean, we keep making a bit more progress by spotting something to do with colours, so I think that's the way we have to keep proceeding. Right. I'm going to have to find another cell. I mean, there ought to be more cells now that are more useful than they have been before. That's only reasonable. Yeah, I just need to pick on something else. So that, no, let's stay out of this cage maybe. No, I need to find another cell somewhere that is powerful. That's what I need to find. Oh, that roping? I haven't really thought about that much for a while. So orange had to be in one of those 3. Now I've gone off the roping again. Ah, orange. Oh, but orange can be green. So orange is in one of those 3. But orange is also definitely in one of those 3. Oh, they almost see that cell, but they don't. Okay, so if that was orange, that would be orange. By roping, that would be orange. Orange would not be green in this case. Orange would have to be in one of those two cells, which would get it into that cage in the way that it has to. Where would orange be at the top? It would have to be there. So we'd have these. We've obviously already got those two. Then we would have orange there for that shape. And there for that shape. And that could work. And orange would not be green. That is quite frustrating because I was doing that to prove that orange was not in row 2, column 3, which I thought was unlikely. Okay, let's try it the other way around. If orange is there, the trouble is that doesn't prove much about where orange is in box 1, and that doesn't really give me much to go on then. Oh, whatever orange is, where is it in column 8? It's either there or here. So what? So what, I hear you say. Oh, orange isn't yellow. So orange is definitely in one of these two now, since I got that yellow. Interesting. Okay, I hadn't even seen that. Orange is in one of those two, therefore. Now, the only way for orange to be green, maybe I could just rule that out, is if those two are orange and green in rows 4 and 6. Then orange has to be here, and green's the same, we're saying. That one. And it would have to be there, which is purple. Aha! Orange is not green. That's what I've established now. Because of this collocation. Yeah, that was quite simply done, actually, because they are not in the same roping zone. That was foolish. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Okay, orange is not green, so orange is different from green. I think I have seen some things that will help. Right, so here, orange can't be there. Orange is not green, so orange is now in one of those two. That means orange is in one of these two. That means this isn't orange. Isn't orange. That means this is orange. That means this isn't by knight's move, so this is. Now, orange is in one of those two. Now, there are shapes that need orange, surely. Well, maybe they've mostly got them. This shape's going to get one up there. Oh, don't tell me I'm left with all of these uncertainties. Box 1 orange? Well, okay, let's remember the roping. Orange either has to be there, there, and there, which is very plausible, or there, there, and there. And I'm blooped if I know. Okay, that's annoying, but at least we've made some. Now, can we do more with green? Okay, the thing I wanted to do with green earlier, which may not actually help all that much, is put green in one of those two cells. And I couldn't do that until I knew it wasn't orange. It really doesn't help much, does it? That's so predictable. That can't, well, that obviously can't be green. Oh, green's in this, but I mean, it all leads to the same conclusions. Green can't be in any of those cells. Oh, come on. What's going on? What's going on? We've only got 3 more colours to establish at all. And maybe that's what I ought to focus on, is looking at some of those. Trouble is they don't seem to... Okay, yes, whatever is this, this can't be grey, orange, yellow, blue or purple. So it could be green, in which case it'll go there. And then we've got these greens going on. In fact, whatever this is, it goes there, because it sees all of those cells. Okay, so I'm making this red, well aware that red could now be green. So red's in one of those two, and that's not red therefore, because it sees them both. So one of those two becomes red. So then we need a red in row 8, which would have to be in one of those two. It's not definitely right, and it's not definitely wrong. Where's red in the big O shape? It's going to have to be here now, in this shape up here. So that means it's not there or there. That gets us to it over here. So red, and it has become green. Was this based on... on an assumption? I'm not sure. Red was there and there, so it has to be in one of those two. Then it has to be in one of these two and one of those two. These are all reds, and I'm ignoring the fact that they can be green at the moment. Now what is... oh, in the O shape, it can't go in blue or orange or there, so it does have to go here. At which point that's not possible and that's not possible, and it is green. Right, red is green. Let's make them green instead then, instead of red. Okay, so green is a colour that is getting a little bit more propagated than before. One of these two is green. Green, come on green. Do your work. Why could I see you so much more clearly when I thought you were red? Oh, this is green to be in the O shape. That's what I just said. Now, the S shape needs a green that can't go in any of those cells or that one. So these two are orange and green, weirdly. They both see that cell, which cannot be green. That is green. That's not. That's green. And roping says, oh, this isn't green by Knight's move, so that's orange. That's green. One of these two is green. It's got to be that one. That's going to sort out at least one of our X-wings in rows 1 and 3. That's green. I've got all the greens in now. This becomes yellow. That becomes yellow. That's nothing. That does not sort out the grey X-wing, but it does sort out the yellows. Orange as well. That's not orange. So that is. That's not. That is. We need an orange in box 2. It's got to be there. And that is going to finish off orange as well. Okay. Okay. Now, what else have we got? What else? We've got 3 more colours to go and to finish off the grey business. Oh, it's 3 colours of 1 rope, isn't it? That's weird. Right, whatever goes in here, and it's red again, goes there and goes there. and it sees that cell. Oh, it's got to get in this U shape, so it's got to go there. Yeah, this is probably a bit easier than I'm giving it credit for at this point. Red there, and it's in the S shape. Red in, oh, it's one of these two. I've got another, oh no, it can't go there by knight's move. So red here, and I know red's not grey, so that has sorted out my X-wing. Oh, okay. Oh, why is there a colour missing? I should have every box have 7 colours in, but oh, I do. Just miscounted. Right. So then there's 2 more colours. Surely these will just fall. Let's start here and go. Well, I can use black and light grey now. So, okay, I'll use light grey first. That goes there. Knight's move says there by sudoku, there by sudoku. It's actually just sudoku, isn't it? Well, it is, yeah. That's light grey. That's light grey. And then the others can be, well, I can leave them as white maybe rather than use black, which is a bit dark. Now, what have we learnt? I'll tell you what, this last colour of white is in the 7 cage and the 21 cage. The biggest digit you can have in the 7 is a 4, and the smallest digit you can have in the 21 is a 4. So those are all 4s. Red and green are 8 and 9. So let's just pencil mark that for now to make up the 21. Light grey and purple are 1 and 2. Now, this doesn't have 8 and 9 in. It could be 975 or 876. The 9 cage, right. It only has, oh, hang on. It only has 1 little number in it. I don't think that's possible. Oh, no. No, don't tell me that I've done this wrong. Not at this point. I thought the 9 cage had to have 2 small numbers in it. It does. It definitely does. Oh my goodness, so I've done this wrong. After all this time and all this caution, as I thought, something is wrong. I cannot make up the 9 cage from here. Because I need to put... Oh, no, 135. I can. Thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness I was on the point of giving up there. Sorry, it has to have 2 small numbers from 1, 2, 3 in it. It doesn't have to have 2 small numbers from 1 and 2 in it. And it can't have a 4. It is 135. Right, light grey is a 1. That means purple is a 2. This is a 3-5 pair in blue and yellow. Oh, that was nearly very depressing. Right, this can't be a 3 in the 21 cage. So that's a 5. Blue's a 3. This is 975 because 885 has a repeat digit. So that's a 9. That's an 8. Orange is a 7. Dark grey is a 6. And we are finished. Hoo-wee! That was quite hard. Abstract nonsense, not at all. But, oh, and I do remember now that Oddly Even sent through an attachment. Just wait 1 second. Yes, so here we go. And this was the cushion cover knitted by Oddly Even's mum, who'd like to be known as Oddly Mum. So very well done to Oddly Mum. And I think we'll recognise that that pattern, using slightly different colours in slightly different places, was exactly the one that we came up with to solve the puzzle. That's absolutely fascinating. What a brilliant piece of needlework, and what a brilliant piece of conception by the constructor. Thank you so much to everybody involved. That's marvellous. So thank you for watching on the channel as always, and see you again soon. Bye for now.